Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to another edition of Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, today we're going to be doing some baby back ribs out on the Weber. Okay, so like a lot of you guys have heard before, I prefer spare ribs to baby back ribs, just simply because I think spare ribs have a little bit more flavor to them. Baby back ribs have more meat on them, so you have to do a little bit more to them, in my opinion, to get them to have the flavor through and through. So what we're going to do today is we are going to brine our baby back ribs for about 4 hours before we go ahead and put them out on the Weber. Today we're going to be using a Cajun rub from the Tango Spice Company. Old Tango Joe over there. I ordered 3 of his spices from the Tango Spice Company, and he threw in this Cajun rub. So we're gonna check out this Cajun rub spice blend on some baby back ribs today, and we're gonna give him my honest opinion on what we think about it. So hey, let's go ahead and do this prep work, and we'll get them out on the grill after the 4 hours worth of brining. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the membrane from the back of our baby back ribs in order to allow for the brine and the spice rub to penetrate the meat. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take us a butter knife here. Take you something that's not very sharp. We're going to get underneath the skin like so, and you just want to start it and start peeling it back. I normally go on top of one of the bones and slowly peel it back until I get a large amount of it raised up, like so. And I take a paper towel so you can get a good grip on that skin. Hold down your rib and take your time and remove the silver skin. And there you have it. See that hard membrane there? Nothing will penetrate that. Okay, so now that we have our membrane removed, we're gonna go ahead and trim this bad boy up, okay? We're gonna cut off this little bit on the end here that's kind of ragged. All right, just kind of square it up a little bit. And flip it over and see if there's any fat pockets we wanna remove. You see right here, I got a little fat here. Now, just be careful. I'm trying to remove the fat because you don't want to remove the meat also. So it's best to take the ribs, hold them up where they bend, where the fat is at the top of the bend, and get your sharp knife and ease across that and remove that pocket of fat, okay? So you don't want to butcher your rib up. So take your time. All right, I think that looks pretty good. All right, so, okay guys, so here you see we have our brine mixture. I have it in a large pot that'll accommodate the size of the slab of baby back ribs. And what this is 1 gallon of water, 3/4 cup of kosher salt, and 3/4 cups of brown sugar. Now I'm keeping the brine pretty simple. I know you guys have seen me do more complicated brines in the past when we did our chicken, but we're doing a simple brine today. I just want some flavor to penetrate the meat. So we're gonna take our baby back ribs, we're gonna put them in the brine solution, like so, okay? And we're gonna top them up. Okay guys, so you seen we prepared our ribs, removed the silver skin, and we kind of cut off some of the excess fat. We already got our ribs sitting in the brine. We're gonna put these in the refrigerator for approximately 4 hours. At the midway point, I'm gonna flip them over so to make sure we get good brine coverage. And then once they're completed their 4-hour brining, then we're gonna bring them out and coat them with some of this Tango Spice Cajun rub, and we'll throw them out on the Weber. So, hey, hang around, don't go nowhere. So, now we've taken our ribs out of the brine. We rinsed it off, dried it off. See, we're gonna rinse off that excess brine. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our rub on it to get it on the Weber. So we're gonna go ahead and add some olive oil. All right. And we're gonna add our Tango Joe's Cajun spice rub. And we want to do the bottom first, or the bone side down. The bone side first, because that's the side that we're going to put down on the Weber grates. And we're not going to turn it over. We're going to keep it bone side down the entire cook. Okay. All right. Make sure we get our sides. All right, that looks good. Flip her over. A little more oil, just to help the rub adhere to the slab. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and I'll meet you out on the patio next to the grill. Out here on the patio now, we got the Weber all fired up. You see the smoke coming out of it. Let me show you our setup here. I don't know if you can see inside the grill here, but we're using the Grillaque today, which gives us 2 zones of cooking. We got a hot zone and a cool zone, and you can check out some of our previous videos on the setup of the Grillaque. Great device for the guys out of San Antonio. Okay, we got some apple wood here, and we have our Weber, our Kingsford charcoal here. So we're gonna go ahead and put our slab on here, bone side down. The grill is currently at 221 degrees, so we can kind of try to keep it around 221 for the duration of the cook. So that's about it. Hang around, we'll show you the final results. Okay guys, here we have the rib after 2 hours of cooking. Great color. This is just what we want. So now it's time to wrap this bad boy in some foil. So we brought the ribs inside, and we took a half stick of unsalted butter and melted it down. Now we're brushing each side with some of the melted butter just to give it a little bit more moisture and give it a little more of a buttery taste. Next, we're going to take some brown sugar and sprinkle on top just to give a contrast of flavors. Now remember, we had the Cajun rub on our ribs, and now we're going to add this brown sugar to add a contrast of sweetness. Now that the first side has been done, we're going to go ahead and flip it to the top side and repeat the process. At this point, you want to wrap your ribs nice and tight in your foil, making a nice sealed packet. And since our foil wasn't quite wide enough, we're going to go ahead and add a secondary layer of foil to make sure we're able to retain and capture all of the juices. And once your ribs are wrapped, there's nothing left to do but to put it back on the Weber for another couple of hours. Here's the final product. We pulled it off the Weber. Just to recap right quick, we brined it for 4 hours in a gallon of water, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and 3/4 cup of kosher salt. We then rinsed it, dried it off, put some olive oil on it, and we used Tango Joe's Cajun spice rub on it. And then we threw it out on the smoker using some apple wood, and we cooked it at 225, between 225 and 240 degrees for about 5 hours, okay? We wrapped the ribs after 2 hours of smoke, and then we let it go for 2 hours in the foil. And then we took it out and let it cook for another 45 minutes or so out of the foil to kind of tack up the sauce. We put some barbecue sauce on, a little bit of butter on it, just to give it kind of that salty, spicy, sweet contrast, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these, so we're gonna have a taste test, we'll call it a night. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and we'll cut off one of the end bones, like so. Okay, so Smells good. Smells fantastic. Looks got a nice smoke ring on it. I know you guys can't see that. Let's go ahead and have a taste. Oh, it's nice and tender. Oh man, it tastes very good. I got a little bit of the brine inside of the meat, but the Cajun rub in conjunction with the brown sugar and the sauce and the butter worked very well together. So, hey, this is a great combo. So, like I always say, if you can do some baby back ribs and you got a little time, go ahead and brine them first. You'll impart more flavor into the meat. But that's all we had time for tonight. These are fantastic. Came out way better than I thought they would. But hey, another success story. Like we always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. If it's fire, then damn it, there just might be a barbecue there. See you guys around the smoker. Man, these are good.